RoadCraft Rebuild Edition is a high-octane simulation where natural disasters meet heavy machinery, and only one company is crazy enough to clean up the messy ores. With massive maps, rugged terrain, and over 40 beasts of steel at your command, you clear debris, rebuild shattered roads, and jumpstart broken industries around the world. The Rebuild Edition cranks things up with 2 new maps, extra contracts, an Invictus Type A.R, not-so-subtle metal monster of a scout vehicle. Whether you're solo or dragging a buddy through the mud in co-op, there's always another storm-ravaged mess waiting for your greasy hands and unbreakable will. Early reactions say RoadCraft flips the off-road sim game on its head, not delivering cargo, but rebuilding chaos into order. The visuals? Gorgeous. The idea? Fresh. But once you dig under the dirt, things get a bit shaky. No fuel system, no damage, no shifting, just you and some disappointingly lifeless physics. Crane controls feel like wrestling an octopus blindfolded. And when the sound drops out, or the game stutters, you start wondering if Invictus is the only one doing any heavy lifting. Still, there's charm in the chaos. It's chill, creative, and different. Not SnowRunner 2. Maybe not even trying to be. But hey, not every hero wears chains. Some drive them. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Shadow of Chornobyl Enhanced Edition is a radioactive love letter to chaos. You're dropped into the haunted lungs of the zone, where even puddles look like they're up to something. This isn't just a touch-up. It's a moody, atmospheric resurrection that sweats tension and whispers, "You sure you want to go in there?" every time you step forward. You're the marked one. And no, the landscape doesn't like you back. Visuals drip with dread. The ambiance hums with menace. And even your Geiger counter feels like a nervous sidekick. But here's the kicker. Fans didn't see this coming. And they're kind of into it. Controller support sings on setups like the Steam Deck. Compatibility runs smoother than ever. And once you dial in the settings, it's like 2007 got a gritty makeover. Sure, there were grumbles about removed bits and iffy graphics, but those melted fast when nostalgia punched through with a polished boot. The update's free for owners. Surprising, right? In the zone, nothing's free except this. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Clear Sky Enhanced Edition is a thrilling return to the zone, where survival depends on your wits and your aim. You step into the boots of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, a mercenary caught in a brutal war between factions, in a radioactive wasteland full of mutants and hidden dangers. Stunning God rays cut through mist, water shimmers with eerie life, and the environment feels richer and more alive than ever. You explore uncharted territories, hunt for artifacts, and uncover secrets that lead into the original sagates like coming home. If home was a deadly playground where curiosity can be your best friend or your worst enemy. But beware, while the visuals try to impress, a frustrating blur clouds your view, making everything look soft and smeared, as if someone forgot to clean the camera lens. AI upscaled textures sometimes feel lazy, and changes to the UI and weapons don't quite hit the mark. Bugs, poor controller support, and missing original audio make the experience a bit rough, leaving many fans wishing this remaster had taken a little more time in the oven. Still, it's free for original owners, so maybe it's worth the stumble if you're desperate for a stroll in the zone. Just watch your step. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Call of Prypiat Enhanced Edition is a thrilling return to one of the most iconic survival shooters ever made. You step into the shoes of Major Degtyarev, diving into the eerie zone, filled with haunting marshlands, abandoned sites, and the ghost town of Prypiat. Stunning visual upgrades like God rays and dynamic reflections bring the atmosphere to life. While new dangers lurk in the shadows, from reality-warping anomalies to deadly mutants like the stealthy Chimera and mind-bending Burer. With improved gameplay, richer storylines, and full gamepad support, this edition promises a perfect mix of horror, survival, and action. Just remember, in the zone, unpredictability is the only certainty. Good hunting. But hold up. Many fans say this enhanced version feels more like a step backward. Graphics got blurrier, the font is questionable, and key elements like voice acting and parts of the map disappeared. Modding, once the heart of the community, is now heavily restricted, killing off creativity. Performance issues with high GPU usage and frame drops, especially on handhelds, make you wonder if the zone itself is messing with your hardware. So while it's dressed up in fancy clothes, some say this release rewrites rather than respects the original. Sometimes, sticking with the classic trilogy and its crazy modding scene might just be the smarter survival tactic. Afterinfection is a brutal, no-hand-holding survival game where the only rule is stay alive if you can. You're dropped onto a massive island with nothing but your instincts, forced to scavenge, build, and fight your way through relentless zombies and desperate survivors. Every decision you make counts. Craft a spear, raid an enemy's camp, or just try to find clean water before night falls. And hey, don't get too cozy with that shiny root. It probably has your name and someone else's bullet on it. The world is gritty, gorgeous, and unforgiving, built in Unreal Engine 4 and designed to keep you on edge. You can customize your character, dive into intense PvP, and react to random, chaotic events. But it's not all glory. Multiplayer? Still wobbly. Zombie AI? Not exactly brainy. Lag, physics bugs, and loot overload sometimes kill the vibe faster than a headshot. It's got that DayZ flavor, just with fewer calories, and maybe fewer brains too. Still, if you're into surviving for survival's sake, there's something here. A rough gem. A budget thrill ride with potential that might just pay off if it lives long enough. A webbing journey is a charming spider sandbox where you swing, crawl, and weave through a lively household full of physics-based fun. You become Silky, a tiny but determined spider on a mission to help human roommates with everyday chores. Only your way involves creative webs and a bit of mischief. Every surface is climbable, even upside down or underwater, opening endless chances to explore and cause some harmless chaos. With unlimited webs and customizable outfits, you build intricate structures and swing around with satisfying, precise controls. It's proof that even the smallest heroes can spin the biggest adventures. No eight-legged shoes needed. This early access gem blends relaxing exploration with clever puzzle solving, all wrapped in the adorable charm of being a customizable spider. The web swinging feels smooth and rewarding, encouraging creativity in a detailed kitchen full of secrets and interactive objects. Sure, there are some physics glitches and occasional crashes, but the heart and polish shine through, thanks to a passionate indie team. Fans of cozy adventure and inventive platformers will find plenty to love. Fingers crossed for multiplayer and more polish in the future. Who knew chores could be this fun when you've got 8 legs and a web to call your own?
And create intricate webs. Explore oversized rooms full of delightful surprises and accomplish a list of tasks. From simple chores to crazy skill tests.
Tower of Babel Survivors of Chaos is a dark fantasy thrill ride where chaos, loot, and survival collide. You charge through monster-packed floors, picking up gear, learning wild skills, and maybe even gaining some allies if they don't try to eat you first. Think vampire survivors crash landing into Diablo after a bad dream. Every run feels unique, every floor more dangerous than the last. But sure, go ahead and climb a cursed tower in a language you barely understand. What could possibly go wrong? Your reward? Everything you've ever wanted. Your challenge? Pretty much everything else. Waves of enemies, unclear systems, and a gold economy that feels like it was scribbled on a napkin. Oh, and don't get too attached to your progress. It's locked behind pricey, grind-heavy upgrades tied to single characters. Progression moves at the speed of a snail stuck in molasses. The loot's exciting when it works, and the skill system shows real bite. But the whole experience can feel like rummaging through treasure while blindfolded in a hurricane. You'll love the atmosphere, the promise, the chaos. But right now, it's like finding a magic sword that's still covered in rust. Just sharp enough to hurt. Probably you. Time-Space Rebuild is a thrilling romance adventure where the end of the world isn't just near. It's entirely in your hands. Will you rewrite fate or share your final sunset with someone unforgettable? With 5 wildly different heroines, from a seductive spy who trusts only control, to a loyal maid who will hold you through your tears, every choice burns with consequence. Hundreds of endings twist through time and culture, where every heartbeat could tip the balance. It's high-stakes love, mysterious encounters, and maybe just a little danger. Saving the world? Hard. Doing it while falling in love? Even harder. Art Control turns every rift in space-time into eye candy like animated art stills that forgot to stay still. It's short, sharp, and packed with branching character paths that dig into the messy corners of human nature. QTE-driven combat holds its ground, and the bonus content is surprisingly generous. Sure, the pacing slips now and then. Maybe the universe blinked mid-script, but the dual-language audio and international cast bring a bold flavor. It might not dethrone the emotional giants of the genre, but when the stars are collapsing and someone grabs your hand, you won't forget.
If you could go back, could you rebuild the future?
Vincent! It's not just about the doomsday. You're the key to saving the world.
Champions Tactics Reforged is a dark fantasy strategy game where you command magical figurines called champions, each with unique skills that make every battle a mind game. Whether you're sneaking around with the grim rogue, casting spells with the ardent diviner, or charging headfirst as the savage oracle, winning depends on your tactics, not luck. Dive into fierce online PvP duels, climb the leaderboard, and unlock powerful champions to crush your rivals. Just remember, the only thing more dangerous than your opponent's team is underestimating your own. Fortune favors the well-prepared, not the careless. But heads up, the game's start can be rough. New players often face tough opponents who've already farmed or bought powerful champions, making the early grind feel like a pay-to-win hustle. The slow drip of in-game currency pushes you towards spending real cash, and the confusing interface doesn't help. If you're casual or cash-shy, expect frustration, because balance is shaky and a PvP-only focus means there's no easy way out. The developer cares, sure, but the slow pace and monetization can turn off many before the game's charm kicks in. Patience might pay off, but don't say you weren't warned. It's a wild ride from the get-go. Bioprototype is a thrilling dive into a world where strategy meets creativity. You customize your own skill trigger logics to unleash unique combos, picking from over 24 distinct characters like the Bullet Master, Flesh Army, and Virus Master. With more than 80 organs at your disposal, each with different functions, you can create wild bullet storms and unstoppable combos that feel limitless. Battlegrounds teem with spores and offspring while venom spreads, turning the fight into a living, breathing ecosystem. It's not just a game. It's a chaotic masterpiece where every battle feels like crafting art from chaos. Who knew biology could be so deadly and stylish? This free roguelite offers surprisingly deep gameplay beneath its simple look. Survive waves by mixing characters and organs, where one tiny change can break or boost your builds, adding real strategic tension. The UI smartly clears up complex interactions, making experimentation rewarding, not frustrating. Brains prove overpowered, and meta progression through unlocks keeps things fresh, even if the shop feels limited. Visual tweaks like transparent projectiles improve clarity, solving common annoyances in the genre. While active gameplay is light, the focus on clever combos and survival makes for a satisfying challenge. Not endless, but packed with content. It's a standout twist on the VS genre worth your time. If biology classes had this much action, maybe we'd all pay more attention.